Hello and welcome back to the UK National Championships 2018. I'm still here with Matt and we're here in the final round for Swiss in the first day. We'll be doing a few more rounds of Swiss tomorrow, but as for today, it's getting pretty late, so it's the final round.
Decide to call it a day.
Yeah, call it a day.
Yeah, get a night in, come back nice and early tomorrow, nice and refreshed, and get on with some more matches.
Yep, so as with all the matches that we've had today, we've managed to find things kind of unusual, and this last feature match is no different.
Yes, we have Finn Bakewell. You may remember him from his appearance at World Championship Orlando.
Yeah.
He is piloting Pendulum Magician, using a heavy Mythical Beast. I say heavy, it's by 5 cards from the Mythical Beast suite. And he is going to be facing off against Joe White, who's playing the Sky Striker Pure variant.
Yeah, he didn't have enough space for spells. He had to make an extra box of spells as well.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see Finn. What's his current record right now?
This is X1.
He's X1 and he's still on Pendulum. He's on Pendulum Magician, so it should be interesting to see him.
Yeah, I don't think Finn has stopped playing Pendulum since it started.
It's what he qualified on, right?
Yeah,
it was Pendulum.
Yeah.
Back in Berlin. Was it
Berlin.
Berlin,
yeah. Berlin.
I guess I remember that event because I got so sick and then had to drop out
Yeah,
after
you were
one
really
round.
ill. Yeah, Matt was
I
really
sat in
ill.
my room moderating the stream and then getting yelled at for doing that.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's.
Sad story aside, we're going to go watch some Yu-Gi-Oh.
Let's just head on over to the table and see if Finn Bakewell's able to make Pendulum still work.
And here we are.
Okay, so we have Finn and Joe. So we can see the win rates here. Finn looking a little bit stronger than Joe, but
Finn's only played half the number of tournaments and he's almost racked up the same number of wins as Joe.
Yeah.
Have they ever played against each other?
no, I don't think so. Let me just double check that. No, they haven't played against each other before.
Alright, so now we're going to be seeing, we saw Wisdom Eye, and then we've gone Oath Dragon and Black Fang Magician. I like that Captain America shirt actually, that's on Finn, that's super cool. And that is a heavy Pendulum summon on turn 1.
That's Janky Magician as well.
Did you say Janky or Janky?
Yankee Magician.
Yankee Magician. Because Luke actually speaks a bit of Chinese actually, so.
Yeah, well, it's probably more like it's like a z kind of noise. Janky Magician.
Like Yankee Magician.
Yeah. Yeah, we never, like in the English language, we never really say X proper, like
X Factor.
Well, yeah, when we
Xbox.
say when we use its like actual letter kind of
Right.
thing, but when we put it inside words, we never really.
Extreme. Yeah, I know. I see what you're saying. I see.
Yeah, but X, you still said X as part of the word.
Yeah.
Like xylophone.
Xylophone. There you go.
We just.
But xylophones are never exciting. So.
Yeah, they are. Bang, 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 bang. That's what they sound like. Anyway, back to
Yeah, Finn actually going to be getting his Electromite online. Electromite was an absolute powerhouse right up until we saw the restrictions on Astrocraft Sorcerer. Now, Finn is pushing out with his Supreme King Darkworm, I believe. Yes, Supreme Dragon Darkworm.
He's going to get the big ring.
Finn is making a lot happen here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tornado Dragons.
Yeah, Tornado Dragon. That seems good. Doesn't seem like a huge field, but I mean, there's a Tornado Dragon at least, and Electromite. Do you feel like that was a good enough start?
Yeah, the Electromite is super strong at fixing stuff. I actually haven't seen Finn's hand, so I don't know what he still has there. The Tornado Dragon, able to pick off things like multi-roll, especially if he knows that Joe's playing that. That multi-roll is going to be bodied pretty hard by a Tornado Dragon. Diablos. Darkest Diablos, Lord of the Lair. It doesn't say which lair, he's just Lord of the Lairs.
It's a lot of lairs. There's a lot of different lairs he could be Lord of.
I actually really like that card. It's super strong. When you tribute any card, including Sky Striker Ace, you essentially get this untargetable 3,000 attack monster that can take cards out of your opponent's hand whilst freeing himself up on removing him from your main monster zone.
Yeah, honestly, I'm a big fan of the left darkness deck. There's a lot of cool stuff from there. So he likes lairs. Maybe he's a fan.
Yeah, we're all lords of our own lairs in some regards, right?
Yeah, we definitely are. So both Foolish Burials being played.
Foolish Burial Goods and also Foolish Burial. Metal Foes Fusion being sent to the graveyard just to get the spell cap up, and now we're going to see Sky Striker Mobilize Engage. And that's also going to have the bonus effect.
I really like the use of heavy Metal Foes Fusion in this deck. Or is it full Metal Foes Fusion in this deck? I think it's real cool.
Yeah, it feels like it should be super weird for Finn to play this matchup when Joe has so many cards that answer 2 cards, so it takes out the scale and the monsters.
Yeah.
But again, if your scales are things like the magicians, they also get triggers.
Yeah. He's got to Afterburner here.
Yeah, he's definitely take out the Electromite. And also
that's Oath Dragon, one of the earlier magicians who don't have a secondary effect.
Yeah. And Sky Striker Ray is going to get Kagari, which then gets back a Sky Striker spell, and I don't believe he used the effect, he might have just sent it to whoever. No, he did use the effect for to tribute it to summon the Kagari, so he gets the Diablos.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, we're slowing down a little bit. We're
it's getting pretty late.
A little bit tired, or the British word for it, knackered.
So yeah, we're team engage.
Yeah, engage is saying a search and then draw an additional card.
Yeah, it's just so much advantage.
Even such a heavy push out from Finn, and Joe's just able to keep up with him very easily. But Finn's still holding 3 cards. We're going to see Joe picking up the field spell for Sky Strikers. Area 0. And just takes a quick read of it. And Tornado Dragon being used. But that does mean that the multi-roll, should Joe want to start pushing out with it, absolutely can. Pot of Desires. More cards for Joe. This is like this could get very hairy for Finn very quickly. I didn't catch how many spells were in the graveyard there.
There's lots.
It'd be enough to get over even with those monsters.
Yeah, it's like 5 maybe.
Yeah, plus Diablos is able to clear out the Diablos clears out the Tornado Dragon.
More than 5. There's something like 6 or 7. Kagari gonna take out that Black Fang, and that's gonna leave Finn with absolutely nothing. I mean, surely there wasn't anything spectacular here from Joe. This was fairly standard, apart from Diablos. So Finn must have something.
Yeah, he must have something in mind, because he's also probably going to lose that card out of his hand. But we've got the Black Fang Magician bring back purple. Purple Poison Magician.
One of my favourite ones, actually.
Yeah, Diablos is going to force Finn to put one of his cards from his hand back on the top or bottom of his deck.
On the bottom. Clearly not one that he wanted to use.
Yep, and then Metal Foes Fusion goes back to give Joe more cards.
That's really nice. I can just stay
Yeah,
there.
it don't always. Metal Phase Fusion fits really nicely into the Sky Striker deck because you have the Area 0 and the multi-roll. Can just take it off the field, so then you can use it to draw in emergency situations. And Foolish Burial Goods, definitely getting your spell count up to start benefiting from the free spells power as quickly as possible. We're going to see Shizuku. And Finn is drawing up to 3 cards to play through a lot of back row and a Shizuku. And there's also a Widow Angler being added to Joe's hand.
Joe just seems so far ahead here, but I'm looking forward to seeing what Finn can come up with in this Pendulum deck.
Finn kind of must have a plan because he's not outrounding this deck.
No.
You're just not. You're not keeping up with pure Sky Striker. It's like keeping up with Trick Stars is borderline impossible. Like for most other decks, it's not a Sky Striker mirror. Then the actual Sky Striker deck is just holding on to all the tools.
Finn's really thinking about what this is.
He goes with this Actor Curtain Razor. So he can go for Electromite, most likely.
Yeah. At least starts getting somewhere. Still, I mean, there's a lot of ground to be made up by Finn here.
Probably going to see a Widow Anchor.
Yeah. That's surely going to be it for Finn. Unless he's got some...
He did just commit a normal summon into that as well.
Yeah. There's definitely 3 spells in there at that point.
The question is, do you take control of it and then lose your ability to use your other cards? But yeah, actually just taking it off him is...
Yeah.
Oh, and then Mind Crush. Yeah, there's Pendulum Core, the last card in hand.
Yeah.
That's Finn out. Well, actually no, he's not, because we know Sky Strikers just can't press out enough damage.
Yeah, that's true.
So a situation that should be dire, Finn actually has enough time to resolve his Pendulum Core. Oh, and Shed Ride being used.
Yeah, well, that's just insult to injury at that point, I guess.
Finn has time though, that's the
Yeah.
thing.
This Pendulum Scale is going to stick around as well, because Pendulum Call is going to prevent those from being destroyed. Finn visibly upset about the situation he's in. I mean, you can, Oath Dragon Effect, get back another monster, and then be able to Pendulum Summon 2 at least, but I'll possibly even Link Summon first and then Pendulum Summon more, but it just seems pretty rough.
Yeah, I've been definitely trying to figure this one out. He will get his Electromine back.
Yeah, unfortunately it's going to go to the main monster zone where it's not pointing on much.
Yeah. Yeah, Finn, considering what extra deck monster he's going to go into after Pendulum Summons.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to need to make a decision.
So Oath Dragon Effect first. Black Fang.
Black Fang,
Yeah, I mean, he's not seen any Harmonizing Magicians, which, is he playing? I mean, they are the best one.
Harmonizing Magician. Yeah, there's 3 of them in there.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a pretty key card.
And the scales are locked into place by that Pendulum Call.
Yeah.
That's an Exceed monster we've not seen for a little while. Sorry, give me a second to just find it on this list.
Rebellion?
Yeah, it is Dark Rebellion. I'm just trying to find it on this list actually. Oh yeah, no, it's got it over here. Sorry, it's yeah, Supreme King Dragon of Dark Rebellion. This one works a little bit different from the old Dark Rebellion Dragon. It's actually way more powerful.
Yeah, so once per turn before damage calculation, if it battles an opponent's monster, you can detach a material from it until the end of the turn, change the attack of all. The face-up opponent's monster is 0, and if you do, that card gains the attack. And during the battle phase, you can return this card to the extra deck to special summon up to 2 Supreme King Dragon or Supreme King Gate Pendulum monsters in defense position. So it's pretty good for getting over stuff.
A good sledgehammer.
Yeah, and it can disassemble into the sum of its pieces, but not in this case, because I don't think Finn has enough material to, and doesn't have enough Supreme King Dragon monsters to fund that effect.
Does it get more than one attack?
Nope.
Ah, okay.
Just one.
Ah, yeah, of course he's got Ice Dragon down there as well.
Yeah.
Finn putting another attack in to the Kagari, and then he's going to drop the Kagari's attack.
Yeah, right down to 0.
Ah, Finn actually really holding on here.
Yeah.
Despite
gains the
getting
attack.
hit by Mind Crush in the last Garden Hand Pendulum call, and he's now back in business.
Yeah, it actually gains the attack as well, so that's even more damage.
Yeah, that's a significant chunk. We're only 4 minutes away from being halfway through our match. And the Electromite's going to come back, but Joe has, despite Finn making a pretty good turn there, Joe has a lot of cards to work with.
Yeah, I'm going to play Electromite.
What's Finn up to?
That's it. I think we're over to Joe's turn here.
Yeah. Joe pondering for a moment. He's got 5 cards, so he's definitely going places. Afterburner, way less effective in this situation since he can't clear the Pendulum Scales. But he does clear out the Supreme King Dragon Dark Rebellion.
Yeah, and then followed by the Foolish Bell Goods to put to draw a card essentially.
Yep, it's Upstart Goblin Plus.
Yeah, it's interesting how that card's become Upstart Goblin now.
Malphite Fusion was always, well, when you play Malphite it had the bonus of it actually turning into threats, but no, it's just a nice one-off to play in the Sky Striker deck.
Yeah, it's quite interesting.
Widow Anchor, and that Electromite, and oh, here we are, we're seeing
dear.
double attack here. Treacherous Monsters. Oh yeah, that's going to be enough, because Ray can attack, then become Kagari, and then get another huge attack in, and that's 3 big attacks, and Finn is going to drop the first game.
That took some time.
Almost 50 minutes left on the clock, so that puts game 3 at risk, so Finn needs to close out this next game quickly, or he's going to be playing for a draw as his best result.
Yeah, which neither player wants here.
The records are X1s, right?
Yep.
X11 is still okay. It's just what is it you guys always say? Not optimal.
Not optimal, yeah. Yeah. It's not ideal. I mean, X11 still, you're looking pretty good at X11.
Yeah, X11 is better than X2, so.
Yeah, by quite a lot.
So yeah, let's consider the side deck.
Due to the sheer amount of X2s that will be having X11 is just far superior.
Yeah, I imagine Finn is probably going to be coming in with, if he does choose to go second, evenly matches, but he might end up going first. He's got a shared ride in here. Finn actually has Gaga Cowboy in his side deck, and also Inspector Border, and triple Cosmic Cyclone. Cosmic Cyclone, that's an interesting one. I guess you generally don't have enough cards in your hand to support discard cost for Twin Twister, especially in Pendulum, and you're also playing Pendulum Core already, so yeah. I'd be interested to see where Finn goes actually with his side decking choices.
Yeah. Do you think he's going to go first or second?
Yeah, and interesting, Joe doesn't actually. Joe's got 3 copies of evenly matched. Typhoon. Typhoon is actually super good for Joe in this matchup, and he's also got the Twin Twisters as well. So he should be able to make some stuff go here.
Yeah. A lot of shuffling. I hate that when my opponent gives me my deck back and it's upside down when I draw from it. Do you not just hate that?
You know, it's a minor inconvenience. I mean, you just literally turn the deck around.
No, because you like, do you finish drawing all 5 cards and then spin it around, or you do like stop drawing cards then spin the deck around?
I'll be honest, I've never thought about it that hard.
Yeah, it's just an inconvenience. Anyway, so you see the mystical beast.
It's when it's been cut and half has been flipped upside down.
That's just unacceptable.
That's when it's all gone wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, Ash Blossom on Mythical Beast King Cerberus is really strong, because if Finn plays another scale now, he can't get the Mythical Beast out of the scale, so the Electromite is going to have to clear the Mythical Beast King, Jackal King, sorry, not Cerberus. Master Cerberus is a different card. Mythical Beast Jackal King.
Yeah, it looks like he actually started with both in his hand.
Yeah.
It's intriguing to see where Finn's going to go here, because he's
Well,
a reasonable open here.
Yeah, the ashes come down, so now Finn is a bit open up to put some stuff out. But he needs to do it reasonably quickly if he wants to get to a game 3 with a chance of actually winning this match.
Yeah.
And yeah, Electromite going to be putting Earth Dragon into the extra deck. So Finn can now exchange his Cerberus for Earth Dragon, and then Earth Dragon can get him back. Oh yeah, there's also a card draw to go in there as well, for good measure, because as if Electromite wasn't good enough already.
Yeah. I remember when Electromite first came out, it's just so
Took
good.
over the format. Yeah, and we are going to see the Chronograph Sorcerer.
Yep. Chronograph's the younger brother of the Astrograph.
Yeah, he was just the one that was just never as cool.
No.
Now we're seeing one of the first Pendulum monsters, actually the first Pendulum monster ever released.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in the first starter deck.
No. Didn't we have another starter deck with Pendulum Drag?
No, we had Time Graph and...
Oh, I totally thought that was... you're right, I thought that was Wisdom Eye.
Yeah, what were the two Pendulum
Time
monsters?
Gazer
Time Gazer and Stargazer.
Stargazer, yeah.
First 2 Pendulum monsters that players had.
I totally thought that was a Wisdom Eye for a second. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the first starter deck Pendulum.
Yeah, so playing through the Ash Blossom, Finn is...
See, this is looking more like it. We've now got Harmonizing Magician as well. I think Harmonizing Magician is so key to the play.
Again, we took a look at Finn's last fill. He was able to put a lot out, and Joe just picked it apart really easily.
Yeah.
And then double Widow Anchor was enough to just steal the damage from his opponent. So
Really
yeah, we said the Sky Striker deck struggled to close out games, but
ooh, Norito. I remember that.
Norito, the moral leader.
For those who don't know, it's detach a material, you can negate a spell card.
Is he once per turn?
Yeah, once per turn.
Mm.
Yeah, he's real good. He was played in the first, in one of the first versions of the Pendulum deck after we got Master of Pendulum.
And we're also seeing another
And
Xyz.
Time Gazer as well. Wow. Okay, I can see where this deck is kind of going now.
Time Star Magician.
Is he playing the trap card by any chance?
No, no traps.
No trap card.
No traps in the main.
I was intrigued because I can never get it the right way round, but the trap card was always really good for the Pendulum deck. I mean, this is a pretty fair field for Finn here. He's going to be able to protect his scales with Time Star Magician.
Remind me, what does Time Star Magician do?
So you can detach to search for a magician monster. I think it may be Dark Spellcaster, but yeah, you can detach, and then if a pendulum monster would be destroyed, you can use its effect and send a magician monster from your deck to your graveyard instead of destroying the monster. Instead of destroying the card.
Ah, okay. And we're going to see evenly matched. Oh, the bane of pendulum decks.
Oh, that's rough.
Oh, what will Finn do here?
Cry?
I think that's a very reasonable response. Oh, that evenly matched was savage.
Yeah. So he's going to keep the Electromite. Wow, that's rough.
Wonder if Joe can actually make himself Kagari with the remaining 2 cards in his hand, because then if he can, this Foolish Burial Goods becomes
real good.
Yeah. Any spell he wants from his Sky Striker line.
Yeah, surely. If he's sending...
the good old multi-roll.
yeah, if he's sending multi-rolls.
Sets 2 cards passes, so Finn actually, despite getting caught by that evenly matched, has a window.
Yeah, he has more cards as well.
And he's got another Cerberus, and there's definitely no Ash Blossom interrupting this one.
Yeah, he opened with 2 Cerberus, 2 Master Cerberus.
King, Jackal, King, Jackal, 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 King, Jackal, King.
It's Cerberus.
No, that one's Cerberus, it was just searched, but the first one he plays Jackal, King.
Okay.
Yeah, Electromite just giving all the resources back. That sticking around was super huge. Yeah, Joe's pick up his cards, he's like, wow, I've resolved that evenly matched, and you're still ahead.
Yeah, wow, okay. That's, well, we got to see where the Pendulum deck...
Ash Blossom, evenly matched. Finn says, yep, okay, we can still win.
He's got Cowboy in the side deck.
Yeah, I guess you're just taking end of match procedure into consideration.
Is he going to put it in, I wonder?
Because you get to play to the end of the phase, so if you get stuck in main phase, you need a way to...
you can Cowboy for game. And with such ease of access to rank 4s in the Pendulum Magician deck, I think it's... yeah, I think it's worth putting in. But let's see if he decides to do it.
Wow.
No, doesn't look like it.
Electromite's still holding his ground in this format.
Yeah.
But yeah, Joe, that's one of the problems with Sky Strikers, right? If you just don't draw any way of actually converting into a monster, and when you're lacking the free spells in the graveyard, until then, all of your cards are only 1-for-1s, and that's not what the kind of fight you want to be playing against, especially against Pendulum.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going to see Finn's still working on his side deck while Joe's ready to shuffle up. Now, what do you think going into this last round? Who do you think has got this? If you're Finn, you're definitely going to be aware of that evenly matched. If Joe makes you go first, I wonder if Joe will try that mind game.
Yeah, I do wonder what Joe's going to decide here. I mean, after seeing what Finn was able to kind of fight through there, I've got a bit of a better feeling than the first game about this Pendulum deck.
Joe might even consider... No, the Wing Dragon Sphere mode would have not done anything... I don't think it would have done anything better for him than what he actually did accomplish with that evenly matched. And even then, it's just he didn't have anything else to go off of.
No, I think even the match was real strong there, but Finn
He
had
just
so
needed,
much advantage.
yeah. Joe needed a follow up because the Electromite surviving back to his own turn, and it was just like, yeah, that's another 2 cards I'm getting.
Yeah.
And here we are, just getting the photos of the hands.
Let's see what we're in for.
Joe is electing to go first, and he's going to start with the Sky Striker Airspace Area 0. Activates top 3 cards and finds himself a Ray. That's pretty good.
Finn's just opened with full 5 hand of Pendulum Magicians, but 2 of them are Wisdomite, so
That was always one of the biggest pluses of Pendulum decks, though,
Yeah.
right? You wanted to open heavy monster hands, and you were playing very slim spell and trap lineups because you needed to actually gain benefits from the actual Pendulum summon, especially with the changes in Master Rule 4.
Yeah, I mean, if he just summons his whole hand here, then I think it's quite a lot of damage, but I doubt that's going to happen.
Right, into Shizuku.
Yeah, we've seen that many times already this weekend.
Not starting with
Passing.
Engage or Foolish Burial Goods.
No.
So, yep, Engage. Sets up for next turn. That's a deceptively sticky start because obviously the Ray being able to come back and then switch into something else.
Yeah, he's got to get through a number of monsters.
See, I really like Abyss Hacker Curtain Razor. The fact that if it's in scale once per game, you can just like special summon it.
Yeah. Just an extra monster you can sneak out.
It's half an Electromite.
Yeah. Exactly.
And there's a Cerberus. This could be super interesting because Jackal is actually very strong if you play spell cards. You can actually go ahead and banish the Shizuku just by playing 2 Pendulum Scales.
The Jackal King, yeah, so each time a spell is activated, place 2 spell counters on this card and a spell resolves once per turn. When an opponent activates a monster effect, you can remove 2 spells from your field. The spell counters to negate the activation. So he's going to be able to negate the activation.
That is Cerberus. We're looking at Jackal King who's in play right now.
Yeah, this is Jackal King.
So I was right the whole time? Master Cerberus was... yeah, now I feel bad. So, yeah, it was Cerberus the whole time. So Cerberus, this is the wrong card that you have here yet. Cerberus has the ability to remove 4 spell counters from the field to banish a card.
Okay.
And then he hits quite hard if he does that. My bad, guys. Sorry. I can imagine the chat.
Did we have them swapped all the time?
I had them correct, and then I flipped them, and I was correct the first time,
Okay.
and now I'm flipping back.
Because I got confused. I trusted you, Matt. I trusted that you had him on lockdown.
Sometimes I just wouldn't trust me.
But yeah, you're right. So you can remove 4 spell counters to target a monster and banish it.
Yeah,
And it
then-
gains attack equal to the monster's attack as well. which is
Yeah,
always
so
nice.
it's like 1500 just added to the service.
Yeah, double wisdom out here. It's pretty strong. Get Oath Dragon, get back another magician so you can summon it from your hand. Part of the Pendulum summon. Oath Dragon Black Fang.
So 2 and an 8.
Yeah, if you can get
And he
into.
has Supreme King Dragon Darkworm in his hand for his normal summon. He goes like, ooh,
This is
you
looking
have
pretty scary actually. I
you
think
have
he
more?
might have stuff. He might have enough stuff right now. That's
there's the
pretty
gate.
scary. Not gonna lie, this is looking pretty scary right now.
Electromite.
Yeah.
And that's 2 more zones for the Pendulum summon.
Yeah, I don't actually think he's gonna have enough monster zones total at this point. He could get another one back from Oath Dragon as well.
Widow Anchor. Yeah, he's just taking away the. As soon as he sees Finn start eyeing up sizable link summon, he goes for the Electromite.
But he's got Ray.
Oh yeah, of course. He's holding Ray in the main monster zone, so
He can't play that.
he can't do that unless he tributes Ray and then chains his Widow Anchor.
Hmm. Is there a reason why he's not doing that?
I'll Typhoon.
Oh. That's gonna hurt. Does he? Is that? I thought Typhoon was only. Yeah, it's only if your opponent controls 2 more than you do.
Yes, and that's. Wow, goes. It's been caught on 2 sides there.
Yeah.
That's really unfortunate because Joe could have, if he had that in his hand, he could have just set it to the field, and it would have been able to get away with this.
Yeah, I mean, he just racked up.
And he's also Joe's just giving away information on 2 of his cards as well, from misplaying both of them. Yeah, we're going to see a huge Pendulum summon.
Yeah, I mean, in all honesty, it may have seemed like nothing kind of breezing by there, but Joe actually received 2 penalties right there, just for 2 illegal activations.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, so it's an automatic penalty if you try to
Absolute
legalize
Dragon, then Electromite.
Yeah,
Gets a Link Summon, and then he gets Vortex Dragon.
Yeah.
And we have the Zephyra, Methaltron.
Finn's got a lot of options here.
Finn does, and yeah, he's going to be cracking his Black Fang Magician.
And we'll go to various 0.
And that allows him to bring back his
Yankee Magician.
Yankee Magician.
Puts Master Cerberus back in the
Puts 2 counters on both of his Mythical Beasts. So that's 1, 2
Yeah, you can remove 4 counters using the Cerberus to banish.
I think the Cerberus is once per turn now. So, but yeah.
Wow, there it is.
That's 8,000 damage straight through the front door.
That's a lot. That was a huge turn.
Yeah, well, there were only 12 minutes left on the clock. Finn was able to amass a victory. Let's talk about that in our post-game discussion.
Wow.
Pendulum's still got it. Joe making 2 misplays there, costing him.
Yeah, I mean,
the Widow Anchor being able to stop the huge Pendulum summon was important. He had the Ray in his main monster zone, so he couldn't use that. Then also with Typhoon, he left it in his hand without the opportunity to using it because he just remembers it as, oh, you've got 2 cards, I can play it.
He had it already, could have set it,
Yeah,
right?
he could have set it and then just used it as normal, and it would have had the same effect of stripping a scale away from Finn.
Yeah, and that would have completely stopped it, right?
Unless Finn had like another 2 scale in his hand. But Joe could have played around that, and
yeah, it's hard to say at this point because I remember it, like in the end, Finn had no cards in hand, so in theory he wouldn't have had another scale. But
if his hand was empty at that time.
Yeah, but it's hard to say because Finn may have done different things to keep 1 in his hand or something like that. So it's hard to say.
Yeah, just Joe just not playing his cards right was unfortunately just locks him, gives him that loss right there, and Finn's going to be progressing on X1 with his Pendulum deck.
Yeah. So I think we're waiting for Finn to grab a couple of words from him just before we end the day.
Yeah.
Anything more to say about today, Matt?
No, I think we had a good run. I think we got to show off some cool decks in the format that was standing toe to toe. For the number of decks that did end up in end of match procedure, it seems to be the Trickstar Mirror is getting there, and it's actually supposed to be the faster version of the deck.
Yeah. Pretty much
That's
every
super
round.
interesting, but like a lot of the other decks we've seen, they've been good. I like the Ninjas. We saw them once. They didn't quite go off. I don't know how that player's still doing in the tournament. We saw 60 card Monstrosity, and JY was still X1 draw. When I last spoke to him.
Yeah.
Tom Rose X1 on Burning Abyss.
He's still X1.
Sacco. Psycho's Light. Some really interesting stuff sitting high on the tables at the end of this turn. End of this turn. End of this round. End of this day.
Yeah. Got there in the end.
We did. There were so many words I said wrong before I got to the word day.
That's okay.
That's a concern.
It's all right. Let's leave you to recover from that.
Let's let Robert handle this next one.
Yeah. Let's take it over to him and let him have a quick chat with Finn Bakewell after that match.
Hello everybody, and we're back with the winner of our previous feature match, Finn Bakewell. Now, it's great to have you back up here, because I remember doing an interview with you a very long time ago when you were about to be going to Worlds.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was certainly a little while ago. That was like about 2 years from now, actually.
Well, what was the experience like?
In World, yeah. It was great, yeah. It's just meeting new kinds of people from over the world, like being treated like a VIP for like once. It was quite cool, actually. Yeah.
Now, you bought Pendulums here.
Yeah.
We know you're a fan of Pendulums.
Oh yeah, I've been like playing the deck since like Dementia Chaos, and like I've pretty much been playing. This is like the 8th version I've played of like that type of deck.
Yeah. So, well, obviously it's your favourite version. You play it over and over again.
Yeah.
What is its real strengths in the meta at the moment?
Just being able to ability to make boards of like Vortex and Rio, and if not, like just grind out, have like recursion. Because if I'm playing against Sky Strikers, if I can't negate them, I'm just gonna keep adding cards with Oath and Time Star.
Okay, and in the match that you just played,
Yeah.
what was your favourite moment?
Just that end part where I was just able to spam out a bunch of monsters and then just proceed to game. I was just
immediately to game.
that's one of the reasons why I really like Pendulum, just to able to break pretty much any board and then just reverse it.
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. Now, is there any interesting games that you've played while you've been here today?
Played one against Goki. It was quite close. Played. I don't know. I've just been playing a lot of random stuff I didn't quite expect, and this is my first game with Sky Strikers all day, which was quite surprising actually.
Yeah, we've had a few people say that they've not come up against Sky Strikers yet. I think there's only one that said, "Oh yeah, I've played a bunch of Sky Strikers today." Everybody else has just been really scarce on it. It's really weird, especially because it actually has over 170 Sky Striker variants being played today as well.
Oh really?
Yeah, there's a lot of players here with Sky Strikers, so yeah, we'll probably see a lot more of them coming in day 2.
Probably more in like Top Cut.
Yeah, definitely. Now, obviously, Pendulum's your favourite, but if you had to bring any other deck, what would you have bought?
I don't know really. Like
No,
probably
just
just
Pendulums.
probably just another like Zephyr, Metalfoes, just anything. If it's not like that Pendulum, it's another one.
Another
probably.
Pendulum.
Yeah.
Definitely. Now, it's been great having you on.
Yeah,
as
thanks.
always, definitely. We will definitely be seeing you tomorrow, of course.
Oh.
Well, let's see you in that top cut.
Oh, hopefully. Yeah.
Now, we'll go back to our presenters now.
Thank you very much, Robert. Thank you
Cheers,
very much,
Robert.
Finn. That was
definitely awesome.
It was a really good match. And what a way to round out the day.
Yes, we had 7 rounds today. We're going to be looking at how many rounds tomorrow?
3 more tomorrow, plus
then
then
top
the
cut.
top 64. Yeah.
So
So
find out who our next UK national champion is.
yeah, exactly.
And then we're just in time for the WCQ. But I wonder how many wrenches have been thrown into the works so far. If anybody's gone out and done, time to start a buyout. Like, see if that's actually happened based on anything we've seen.
I do wonder how much the price of Gallus the Star Beast has gone up in the past.
He's not
6
very
hours.
accessible, is he?
He's not very accessible at all.
Yeah, I'll be super interested to see if those decks still perform or if they're kind of like just crawling through the rounds. Because as mentioned, a lot of people have avoided playing Sky Strikers, and really, based on the field, there's 1 in 7, but those odds obviously change a lot when those are the decks that are successful.
Yeah, exactly. Well, day 2 is going to be the real,
The
thing
crucible.
it's going to really answer those questions for us. So, on that note, we're going to say goodbye for today. We're going to be back in about 12 hours. 10 hours? Yeah, 12 hours. I was trying to work that out in my head on the fly. Never do maths on stream. I never ever
Not at the
follow
end
that
of the
rule.
day.
Especially not at the end of the day.
At the start of the day, it's a challenge, but at
Yeah.
this time,
Yeah.
not so good.
No, not at all. So wherever you are, set your clock for around 12 hours from now, and me and Matt will be back for day 2 of the UK National Championships 2018. See you guys soon.
Good night, guys.